In today's video, we're going to look at how to use AI to create content for your health and fitness business, how to leverage it into coming up with ideas, actually producing the content, distributing the content, and getting leads for your business, whether that's a brick and mortar location or an online operation. I'm going to pull back the curtain, show you the tools, show you the processes, and show you the mental framework I would go through if I'm just starting out with content. And as you can see here on my screen, I have the Digital Wellness Partners Growth System, and this is the entire blueprint of actually running successful health and fitness business when it comes to the actual component of getting customers and selling to customers, not the actual fulfillment. And as you can see, it seems as a very overwhelming system, but the reality is there's only a couple of things that matter in your day-to-day activities, and one of them is generating interest for your product and services. And there's a couple of ways to do that. You have paid advertising, and that costs money. You have organic content, which is you're relying on people actually finding about the stuff you do, whether that's through your website, Google My Business, or different search directories. That's something that's not in your control. You have partnerships, which is other people. You have referrals, and we have content marketing, which is one of my favorite ones because it is free, it is easy to get started with, and delivers great results. Especially now because the algorithms have changed and you no longer need to have hundreds of thousands of followers, as now the algorithm has shifted to an interest-based graph, meaning that if you create interesting content, people are going to get exposed to it and you're going to get leads even on week 1, week 2, and as soon as you start doing content. Now, when you look at it, there's multiple platforms that you could be doing content on. You can have your business Instagram page, you can have the business Facebook page, personal Facebook page, personal Instagram, local Facebook groups or school groups, newsletter, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn. There's a bunch of platforms and you might be overwhelmed if you're just starting out, especially if you have to run your business on top of it, work with clients, fulfill your services, run your physical location, and all the other things. So in today's video, we're going to look at the different levels of content marketing, and you need to only understand it. You can outsource that function, but you at least need to understand how it fits within your business model, why is it important, and how it can benefit you. Those of you who are new to the channel, I'm Simeon Krastev. I've been in the industry for over a decade, starting as a personal trainer, then a fitness and sales director, then opening up my very own location, to opening multiple locations, exiting my last one, building an entire online platform serving thousands of customers through our online transformation programs, and actually building an online audience through content of over 100,000 people. And I wasn't actually the face for building the content, but some of the strategies I was part of. And today I'm going to share with you how you can take some of those strategies, implement them yourself, and hundreds of leads on a monthly basis through content, which is free. Now, when you're first starting out, you have to understand what is your level. And there's a couple of levels. When you're first starting out, you have zero presence, and I like to call it the baseline or the existence in the online world, because if anyone ever stumbles across your content, if there is no existence of you on social media, a website, or a Google My Business profile, in their eyes, you don't exist and your credibility immediately goes down. Now, the second level would be the so-called passive follow-up, meaning you already have some sort of a baseline content strategy going on, you have a way to generate leads, you're growing, and you maybe are still doing it by yourself, but you've created a system and a process where you can consistently publish a couple of times a week. And this is great because all the leads that are coming through your pipeline, whether that's advertising, partnerships, or referrals, are now being exposed to your content, and therefore you get a lot more leads because they're nurtured faster, they get answers to their questions, and therefore they would want to work with you faster. And then the third and last piece requires a lot more attention, dedication, and effort to be put into to actually be able to generate leads with content marketing. And that's why we have it on top of the content sophistication. Now, for the majority of you watching this video, you probably fall within the category of number 1, which is you're just starting out. So you're not even existing on social media. You're scared. You have no idea what to do and how to do it. And some of you are going to be at the second level, which is the passive follow-up, just doing content a couple of times a week. You're not heavily investing into content marketing infrastructure, but it's just enough for you to be able to sustain a healthy level of brand visibility and get enough leads. Now, the first and most important part of actually existing is to set up your profile. So I'm not going to go into detail for each and every platform. I'm putting together an extensive resource where I'm going to show you exactly what needs to happen on every platform, how to set up your profile, how to optimize it, why you should do it a certain way. But we need to have our profile set up because they act as a search engine mechanism. So if somebody types your name, the first thing that's going to come up is usually your Instagram handle, your Twitter handle, your LinkedIn handle, your website. So you want to make sure that you at least exist exist when people are Googling your name. And that's important in particular for local businesses, because if you have a consistent name, address, and phone number across all social media platforms, you're going to rank higher immediately. You're going to be indexed by different search directories, Yelp, and the Google ranking system. So you're going to be able to be found locally and even benefit from organic content. So if you're just starting out, that's super important. And it's also good because you can establish consistent branding. You can have your profile set up in a way where you have a good, clear profile photo. You have a couple of pieces of content, ideally 9 to 12 pieces of content on each platform. So when people actually open up, there's something going on. It's not empty. At least they can see who you are, what you do, how you do it. They see you're like a real business with real people working there, or if it's just you, at least they can see you. And then you can include relevant keywords. So if you're local, you can include your address. You can include your phone number, you can include your website so people can find you, or you can even put the neighborhood you're operating in or the location. And if you're an online provider, you can specify what is the type of offer you have. Is it a weight loss transformation offer for women? Is it gut health? Whatever is the offer you have, you can include those relevant keywords in your bio and the description of your services. So when people are searching on Google or even in the platforms themselves, because nowadays TikTok and Instagram have shifted into search engine platforms, they can find you and your content. So this is the step number one. I'm not going to go in detail here. I'm going to focus more on actually how to use AI to create actual content, how to come up with the topics, how to come up with the frameworks for it, because the reality is that if you're looking at a blank page, you have no idea where to start. And I've been there, I felt that, and I totally understand the frustration. But nowadays, with everything available, such as ChatGPT, Midjourney, like all the platforms that exist and we're going to go over, you have absolutely zero excuse for not creating content, or at least having an existence on social media. So the first and most important topic is to actually come up with the core topics you're going to be covering. And I have an example here. As you can see, we have the so-called content buckets. And for a traditional health and fitness business, that would be nutrition, training, mindset, productivity, and recipes. These are the baselines that I would be using for Back for Look coaching. This is a coaching company that I'm using to demo in my videos. And then you would have your styles of content, which could be reviews, products, tech, apps, summaries, discussions, collaborations, tutorials, listicles, guides, explainers, documentary style, challenges, self-experimentation, rambles, and reactions. So this is going to be our content framework, and we're going to take that and actually reinvent those frameworks by using ChatGPT. So when I come to ChatGPT, there's something interesting that you're probably not leveraging, but you can actually create your own GPTs or search for existing ones. So as you can see, there's one that's already social media manager and content creator online with AI, and you can just start chat with it. And now what we're going to do is we're going to actually take what we have in here. We'll take our content buckets. We're going to select all of it. Oops, my bad. Selecting all of it. And I would give my context about my business. I'm the founder of Packful Look Coaching. Here's my website. I would actually provide some information about my business. And if you don't have a website, feel free to just use some random information, but at least you want to give some context and information about what you do. So just copy that, and I'll take, here's more information about what and how service our customers. Help me come up with content plan using this framework. And then I would take the framework I have here, I would copy that, paste it in, and let's see what comes up. So as you can see, we already have some ideas that we can use. Now they're not ideal ideas, they just give us some general overview of the information, top 5 exercises, 10-minute office workouts, journey of building a sustainable exercise routine. And as you can see, they already give you the style of the content. So we can actually come back here and see what we have first. So for the content bucket nutrition, we have a listicle. Nutrition, we have listicles. We can actually paste that in here, and we have a tutorial, which is for meal prep tutorial on nutrition tutorial. So there it is. And you would pretty much do that for the rest of the content until you have enough topics to cover. I'm not going to go in do every single one just for the sake of the video, but this is exactly how I would go about filling that calendar here. Now the next thing, once we have that, would be to come up with the actual content and framework that we're going to be recording. And there's a couple ways to do that. First would be to do it from scratch with ChatGPT, but a better way to go about it is to just open up your feed on Instagram and just scroll and see what are the videos you're exposed to. And especially if you're just starting out in the industry, I would set up a brand new account, so I'm getting exposed to only content that is relevant to me, not my friends, not my family, not random stuff. I would set up an account from scratch, only follow relevant businesses that are in my niche, and I would start getting more content like that. And what I would pay attention to are the content pieces with the highest possible views and engagement, and I would recreate those. So just to show you an example, I'm on desktop here, so I'm not sure if it will work. So I would go and try to find relevant videos, and let's say for an example that this one is blowing up and I love it. What I could simply do is take that link. I can come to transcribe Instagram Reels, Instagram transcript generator. I can import the video from an URL. I would take the most viral videos, take their scripts and use them as something to model off. But in our case, I'll just take the one example here and I would paste it in again in ChatGPT, and I'll say come up with a viral script for a short form video under 60 seconds on this topic. What framework have you used to create a video sure it viral potential? Hook problem solution CTA. I always love that for short form videos that work great. Now this is a lengthy explanation of the video and I just want the script. Can you just provide the script? Give the word for word script, as I will be using a teleprompter to read off the script and create the video. Remove the scenes and shot. I want to have the text in a copy paste format. Now we finally have the actual text for the video and we're done with step number 1. So this is how we would come up with the actual content topics, content buckets. This is how we would actually redo the working frameworks. We would use the different frameworks that our content generator can provide for viral videos, and there's multiple. There's not only the hook story offer or hook problem offer, there's multiple frameworks that have proven to work successfully. But I can, for example, look through that script. Are you a busy executive looking to stay healthy? Here's how you can prep all your meals for a week in just 30 minutes. Let's dive in. Step 1, set up your ingredients ahead of time. Having a pre-cut veggies, cooked grains, and lean proteins like chicken or tofu saves time and makes your meals healthy and balanced. Now, step number 2 would be to actually generate a voiceover, and there's a couple of ways to go about it. First would be for you to set up a teleprompter either on your phone or camera and read off of the script and then put B-roll clips on top of it. You can just memorize the script and voice it out depending on your experience. Or what I like to personally do is to clone my voice with 11 Labs, and this is why we're using AI to generate our content. We have 11 Labs and I've already have my voice, so I would come in here and I would generate the whole transcript. Are you a busy executive looking healthy? Here's how you can prep all your meals for the week in just 30 minutes. Let's dive in. Step 1, set up your ingredients ahead of time, having pre-cut veggies, cooked grains, and lean proteins like chicken or tofu. Look at that, it's pretty realistic. It's incredible if you ask me. So all you have to do is clone your voice with 11 Labs and you have to follow the steps. You can Google how to do it. But now we have our script and we already have our voiceover generated. So how we actually put together the video? So what I can do now is use a third AI tool, and that's Midjourney. I'm going to use it for image generation. There's a couple of ways to go about it. You can either generate your own images, take photos, do B-roll, which is time intensive, but what I like to do is use AI. So give me 4 ideas for images to use as B-roll over that clip that I will generate with Midjourney. Make sure they look realistic and give me the prompt for them in a short video format. Okay, so now ChatGPT is gonna give us 4 images that we can use to actually generate images. So I'll take that prompt. We have first prepping ingredients: a neat overhead shot of chopped vegetables, cooked grains, and raw chicken breast on a wooden cutting board, ready for meal prep. Cooking in batches, great. Sauces and dressings prep, meal containers assembled. Okay, great. We have a couple of options that we can now use, and we can go over to Midjourney, and it's a bit of a setup, but you can go to midjourney.com, follow the steps, and essentially set up. But once you have it set up, you would go to imagine prompt. You can paste the prompt that ChatGPT gave you, and in a matter of a couple of minutes, you're gonna have your image ready. So I'm gonna pause the video here for a few seconds until it's done. And in the meantime, while we're waiting, I'm gonna show you another tool that we can use to come up with resources and citations. It's called perplexity.ai, and it really helps you with research. So for example, we can take the script we already have and we can use help me come up with research that support a short form video on the topic of and how it relates to weight loss. And as you can see, it's gonna search all the web, all the directories, all the platforms, and find a vetted research that supports what we said in our videos. So you're gonna have scientific specific backed up content pieces that you can produce. And not only it's going to provide the research, you can actually go and follow and see where the research is coming from if you agree with the topic. But essentially that's how you would come up. As you can see, advanced quantity meal preparation pilot program improves home cooked meal consumption, cooking at. Look at that. I mean, that's incredible. You wouldn't be able to find that piece of information unless you use the tool like that. It's $20 a month, but really helps you come up with very interesting information, something that is not available in the web. And it creates an interesting spin as it gives you stats. It's very hard to come up with content without actually having information. But as you can see, researcher about portion control. Research indicates pre-portioned meals lead to 18% fewer calories consumed on average compared to self-served portion. This supports weight loss goals. Healthier choices. A study found people who meal prep eat a greater variety of foods and have a higher quality scores. This promotes better nutrition and weight management. Look at that. That's incredible. And we already have the studies to back it up. So we can embed that into the content we're doing. So the first tool we've got is ChatGPT, and you can get the premium version $20. Then we have perplexity.ai. You can use the free version. It's going to serve its purpose. Or if you have the budget, you can invest $20 in the Perplexity Pro. It gives you 300 pro searches a day. It's a very helpful resource if you're putting together content for a specific niche and target audience. I use it daily and I highly suggest you do too. Then we have Midjourney. And as you can see, Midjourney is putting together images that are looking pretty sleek if you ask me. So I'm going to take this image. I really like it and I want to upscale it. So the way I do that is we have U1, U2, U3, U4, which essentially means upscale the version of the image, or version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4, meaning that I want to create more versions out of what I have on the image here, and it would recreate image 4 and give me 4 more versions. But in our case, I just want to upscale version 2. So now I already have an image that I can use in my video and it looks pretty realistic. We have chicken, we have cucumbers, we have some stuff going on the image. But the bottom line is I'll take ChatGPT content, I'll create the script, I'll use 11 labs to actually record my voice. And 11 labs costs, I think, $10 a month, something like that. And once you clone your voice, you can pretty much generate as much content as you want. You can spend a whole day creating that. And you can even create a video avatar. I'm not going to do it in today's video, but you essentially record yourself once and you create an AI version of yourself actually speaking out the content. And then you can create the B-roll images with Midjourney or use B-roll stock libraries to edit your clips. But in our case, we just want to establish baseline content setup. So what we're going to do then is take the images, take the content and put them all in CapCut, add the subtitles and have our content over images going over some information just so our pages are not blank. So these are the 4 tools that I would use when it comes to creating content. Another tool that I love using, and again, it could be very helpful if you're doing infographics or posts that are more complex, you can use Napkin AI. It's a relatively new tool. Look at what I would do. I would take that script, I would paste it in Napkin. I think I already have it. I should have just signed in. Oh, there we go. I just signed in. I'll create a new nap and I'll paste the information. Then I'll just click that little icon here and it would spit out a whole infographic about the content. I can choose one that really represents what I want to have in here. Which one would be good? I like this one. And you can change the style of it. I like something clean. Oh, there we go. I like this one. So you see, we have achieve weekly meal prep. Set up ingredients, cook in batches, add flavor, portion it out. And this is how you would achieve. So now you have an infographic that you can post on social media alongside that content here. Post it on LinkedIn, personal Facebook. So there's a cool little way you can generate content with AI and establish your baseline presence. I'd always suggest you overcome the fear of actually doing content yourself. But these are 4 ways you can use AI to help you come up with relevant information. So Midjourney for images, CapCut and Capwing for video editing. For text posts, we use ChatGPT, and Claude has been very good recently. They provide a human-like content that sounds more natural, more realistic. And then Napkin, I use it for infographics. So once you have that format, we use ChatGPT for script writing. We generate the voices with Midjourney. For video editing, we use CapCut and Capwing. I'm not going to do it in this video because it's going to be a lengthy one. And how to automate actually creating the content. We have a system where you can pretty much take that entire breakdown that we have here about the productivity, mindset, all the categories we've done. And once we pre-populate our entire table here, we can have an automated way where every single day, once the content's created, we actually generate automatically the text, generate the images to go with it automatically, and have the videos created out of it. Not automatically, it's going to require some human input. But the bottom line is that nowadays you don't even have to go out of your way. You don't need expensive equipment. You don't need anything to actually be able to get yourself out on social media and position yourself as an authority and expert. And there's a couple of ways to optimize your content for discoverability. Now, the first and most important thing is to model content content that already works. And that's why I suggest setting up a brand new Instagram account or TikTok account and just following relevant accounts in your niche and just scrolling your feed and spending time to study and learn what makes some clips viral and others not. And just take those scripts, feed them into ChatGPT, model and recreate the videos for yourself, recreate scripts with your own spin and topics on it, do the voiceovers, do the images on top of it, and you already have a framework for viral videos. Another thing that's important is to always, when you're uploading your content, use relevant hashtags for discoverability. Like I said, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, they've all shifted from the big influencer type of persona where you could talk for any topic that you want to niche down topics. So the more niche you can go, the better. Now, what I showed you here is a very general example of types of content, but if you would take the gut health example and you have niche down gut health topics here and you go granular in your content, believe me, once you do 50 to 100 videos, the algorithm is going to know exactly what is the type of content you do, and it's going to serve you a lot more impressions, and you're going to start getting a lot of inbound leads. And the last and most important thing is to probably plan in advance, because just like with batch cooking, if you're not planning your content, it's likely not happening and it's not going out. I suggest spending 1 or 2 days every single month to write your content, prepare your content, schedule your content, publish your content. You can use scheduling tools to publish. We do that with wellgrow.io, which is our own software platform specifically designed for health and fitness businesses. You can check the link in the bio, take a look at how it works, look at a demo, and maybe you could use it for your business. But essentially, these are the 4 tools that I would use. This is the exact framework of how I would get started. And if you got some value out of the video, of course, this was like a high level overview of how I would go about things. I just demoed the tools and showed you a little bit how you can get going yourself. But if you want me to go deeper into each and every piece, I would gladly do. Just comment down below. And if you've gotten some ideas or value out of the video, just comment down below and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you would like to see more of. And I'll see you in the next video.